What's up everybody, my name's Grace, and in today's video I'm here to review and show off the brand new Logitech G733 wireless RGB headset. Now before we get into the review, as always, full disclosure, I was sent this from Logitech G. This is unreleased, it's actually coming out tomorrow, and I got to try it out a little bit early, so I'm really excited to bring you guys my thoughts. This headset is part of the brand new color collection from Logitech, and it also includes the G915 keyboard, a couple of wireless mice, and these headsets. But in this video today, I'm going to be speaking purely about the G733s. In the video as well, I'm going to be comparing this headset to the Astro A50s, as they are my current headset and my most used. This headset comes in 4 different options. This is the lilac. They also come in blue, black, and white. In addition to the different colorways, they also have a few customization options, including the suspension headbands. They come in reversible, so you can switch them around, and there are a few different options, but this is the only one that I have. Obviously, being an RGB headset, there are a couple of lighting zones. We have 2 strips on the front that can be customized using the Logitech G Hub software, and you can sync it across with all of your other Logitech gear. Contrary to Logitech's other RGB headset, the 935s, this lighting zone is on the front of the headset, so it's made to be seen on your streams. There are a few ways to adjust this headset. This strap can be adjusted on the side on the little notches, and it also slides up and down on the ear cups. Now right off the bat, this was pretty comfortable, but as with most headsets, I did stretch it out a little bit. I have a plushie in the back that has a massive head, so I just put it on there for a little while to let it stretch out a little. The stretchy suspension headband is super comfortable, and now after using it for a little while, I definitely prefer that style compared to something on the A50s like the foam headbands. These ear cups are made of memory foam, and they are so squishy and so comfortable, and it provides a good amount of noise cancellation. It's definitely one of the most comfortable headsets that I've used right out of the box, and weighing in at only 278 grams, it is significantly lighter than most gaming headsets. Aesthetically, the G733s are absolutely a statement piece. They've definitely been designed to be seen. As you can see, I chose the lilac, but I was completely torn between the colors. The black is really beautiful. The white I feel like would pick up a lot of amazing colors for my room. But the lilac, as I use a lot of blue and purple lighting in my space, I figured it tied in the best. If you prefer something a little more on the subtle side, the black would be a great option. You're still going to have the lighting zones on the front, which you can customize, but I don't think you could go wrong because I think all the colors were beautiful. And we also have the Logitech G logo on the side in chrome, which I think contrasts really nicely against the matte finish. So now that I've touched on the visual aspect of the headset, let's pop it on and talk about the microphone and the audio. So here is the G733 on my head. I think it is definitely a statement piece like I mentioned, but let's talk about the microphone. So here is the microphone for the G733s. As you can see, it can be detached, and this is a huge win for me. And one of the major gripes that I have about the Astro A50s is that you cannot detach the mic. As someone who uses an XLR mic for all of my streaming and my recording, I'm not going to be using a headset mic to record my voice audio, so as I said, big old tick right there. If you do choose to use the microphone to record your voice or to stream your voice, I would definitely recommend using the Logitech G Hub software and dialing in the Blue Voice settings. One thing that was heavily requested from everybody when I asked on Twitter and in my Discord was a microphone test, so let's jump into that. So now my voice is coming through the Logitech G733 microphone. This is stock, this is without the Logitech G Hub software enabled. And now we're gonna flick on the Blue Voice. And now you hear that it sounds a lot better. So if you are gonna be using the headset mic, I would definitely recommend getting the G Hub software and enabling the Blue Voice and dialing in those settings to suit your voice. Now, comparatively speaking, it's not going to sound as good as a studio XLR microphone, obviously. It is a tiny microphone and it's also detachable, so it's just not going to be up to scratch with an XLR mic. If you are a content creator, I will always recommend either a USB or an XLR microphone. Headset mics are just not up to scratch with the studio microphones, and if you are a creator, audio is paramount. If your voice doesn't sound good, then it's kind of unwatchable. In terms of audio right out of the box, I was very impressed. I think the G733s sound very similar to the Astro A40s, as they both have 40mm drivers. The directional audio is absolutely on point, and I found myself performing even better in PUBG the first time I used the headset. I felt like I could hear footsteps a lot better with this headset, which, after using the Astro A50s for a long time, was quite a shock. This could be due to the fact that the G733s do offer significantly more noise cancellation than the A50s. In addition to the customization options in the software for your microphone, you can also add a bunch of presets and EQs to your audio, but honestly, I've not really felt the need to. The G733 uses a wireless USB-A receiver, but it does also require a USB-C port to charge. This is one of the few cons to the headset. If you do have the receiver plugged in and your headset starts to go flat, you are going to need another spare port to charge your headset as well. As a streamer, I have a lot of things plugged in and I rarely have 2 spare USB ports. So if I do need to charge this on the go while I'm using it, while I'm streaming, that is definitely something to factor in. This headset supposedly has about 28 hours of battery with the lighting zones turned off and about 20 hours with it switched on. In my personal experience, after using it for the last couple of weeks, after about a 9-hour stream with the lighting zones turned on and the headset on a pretty loud volume, it's on about 50%. And that's from a full charge, meaning you could probably estimate to get roughly about 18 or 19 hours of non-stop play on a single charge. In terms of monitoring your battery, you can tap the power button on the back of the headset and you'll get a visual cue of what your battery percentage is on. Just be wary that this will come through your stream if you're capturing the same audio that you're hearing from the headset. I found that out the hard way and I do apologize to my chat because it was very, very loud. If you don't want an audio cue telling you your battery percentage, you can open up the Logitech G Hub software and that will tell you your battery percentage of everything Logitech. And that's where the Astro A50s really do shine with the base station. I can glance over at my base station and get a visual cue of what my battery's at. A gripe that I do have with this headset is that the volume slider is on the left side of the headset. Now if I'm playing a first-person shooter like PUBG or Apex, I have to take my hands off my WASD keys to adjust my volume, which can be a little bit annoying. Most other wireless headsets that I've used have the volume slider on this side, so I can continue walking around in the game and not standing still and just take my hand off of my mouse. Luckily for me, I am pairing this headset with the Logitech G915 keyboard, which has a volume slider on the top right of it. So in my situation, I don't have to use my left hand and take it off the WASD, but if you don't have a keyboard with a volume slider in that position, it could be a little annoying. One other downside that I've kind of already touched on is the fact that you have to plug the headset in to charge it. I'm so used to having the A50s and just popping them onto the base station, so for me, it was definitely an adjustment. But obviously, this headset is $200 Australian cheaper than the A50s, so it's definitely not a deal breaker. But if you were going to pick up this headset, I would definitely recommend getting some kind of headset stand, because without a base station, it does feel like it kind of floats around and doesn't have a home on your desk. Something that I always test with wireless headsets as well is the range. So the Astro A50s, I can literally walk downstairs, walk out my front door and go to my letterbox, and my music continues to play. A couple of weeks ago, I tested the Pro X wireless headset from Logitech, and they only went down to the bottom of my stairs and then my music started getting a little bit staticky. But I am happy to report that the G733s did not cut out whatsoever. I can walk around my entire house, I can go out the front of my house, and not a single crack in the music. Which also opens up for your audience to troll you if you're like me and you have a bunch of sound alerts and you're having a bathroom break and all of a sudden there's some loud noises in your headset. It may not be a huge factor for some, but a lot of people have asked about the range, so I'm happy to report the G733s have a pretty massive range. All in all, I'm actually completely torn about what headset I want to use moving forward, which I mean is a fantastic problem to have because it means a headset is finally rivaling the A50s for me. This G733 is much lighter, it is a total statement piece. I think it's such a beautiful design and it is so freaking comfortable. I don't know what to choose. The A50s are more subtle, they're more sleek, and they also have the added benefit of the base station. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to make a decision sooner or later. The fact that this headset is rivaling the Astro A50s, my most used headset, and a headset that is $200 more expensive than this, that's pretty damn impressive. So for my recommendation, if you're looking for a wireless headset that is lightweight, that sounds good, that looks beautiful, that has multiple color options, I think you honestly cannot look past the G733s. They're a pretty bloody good headset. When the announcement first came out about the color collection, I was immediately drawn to them. They looked beautiful, but I wasn't sure how they were going to perform. And I can say to you guys now, after using them for the last couple of weeks, I am super impressed. But that is where I'm going to wrap up the video for today. I sincerely hope this helped you all out and gave you an idea of what this headset's like. If there's anything that I missed or any other questions that you have about the headset, let me know down in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I'll see you over my next Twitch stream or in my next YouTube video. Bye!